When I was 13, I was a paper boy and I got paid £4.20 a week for that privilege. My mate did morning rounds and he got £8 a week because he had to work 7 days a week. I did the evening round 6 days a week. Mornings were always 7 days a week, and the bag got heavier and heavier as the week got on. And eventually on a Sunday, you had back-breaking work to do. But I never did morning rounds. I always did evening rounds for a reason. And that reason is I'm just not a morning person. So I could never get up and do it. I did do it once, the morning round, and it absolutely killed me. I was falling asleep at school that afternoon and I thought, never again, I'm not going to do it. But I did enjoy being able to deliver tabloid newspapers, because obviously a boring evening paper is very dull to read, really. The tabloids were a lot more fun when you're a 13-year-old, I can tell you. I did do that free paper as well for a week. I didn't last very long on it. It was actually my mate's paper round, and he got paid a tenner a week. But those weekly free papers are the worst jobs of all to deliver, because you can't ride your bike on the round. You have to pull a trolley with all the papers stacked up in them, and there's about 10,000 of them, so you might get paid a few quid more, but it just wasn't worth it. You'd spend your whole entire weekend delivering free newspapers through every single letterbox in your local village or town. So evening round was for me, 30 evening papers, job done in 20 minutes on my bike, until I got my bike nicked. I left my bike outside the paper shop on my paper round. I went in with my orange bag to fill up my bag with papers, and when I came out, there was some scally halfway down the road cycling off on my mountain bike that I got for Christmas that year. So for the rest of my duration as a paper boy, or for most of the duration, I had to walk the paper round, which obviously took 2 or 3 times as long as it should do. But in them days, I was listening to my Walkman and getting into music a little bit more, so I wasn't as fussed as perhaps I should have been. But even to this day, I always have to lock my bike up. It doesn't matter where I am, I know that a bike is very nickable, even in 2026. But bikes used to get nicked all the time. My dad always said, make sure you lock your bike up. And I just never used to lock it up, and obviously it got stolen and I never got it replaced. But Paperboys are gone, and it's sad, because Paperboys was a great way to not only get work experience but life experience as well. You know, the art of, if you did a morning round, getting up and getting out and grafting for your own money instead of relying on pocket money from your mum and dad. It was probably the first opportunity people had to earn their own money to spend on football tickets or gigs or records, cassettes, CDs, whatever it was. And those days are gone, aren't they? It's very difficult now for a youngster to get a job anywhere, because companies are so risk averse, aren't they? It's very challenging for them to take on someone who's young in their workplace. So the jobs that we did, working in shops, working on markets, working as a paper boy, any other jobs, let me know what you did when you were younger. I always thought £4.20 a week was tight even then. My local newsagent was a notorious tightwad, and I always felt I was getting ripped off at £4.20. This would have been about 1990, so I'd be interested to know what you earned as a paper boy back in your day. Can you remember your first wage packet? I do remember at Christmas, people used to leave tips, didn't they? A Christmas box used to be left for you. So at Christmas, the old man would give you a little brown paper bag with some money in it. Always quite a surprising amount, actually, to be fair. But I do remember that. Let me know what you remember. Were you a paper boy? I'd be interested to know.